Hallelujah, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We got our first trailer for the Snyder Cut of the Justice League.
Yeah, that's right.
And a bunch of reveals in relation to this movie. Leave a like if you could. We really appreciate it. We've got a bunch of videos on this channel on some of the reveals from DC Fandom. And even more in our podcast, The Weekly Planet. But enough of that.
Now I just want to take issue at the start here. You did say Hallelujah, and that is a reference to the soundtrack of this particular trailer, which is yet another rendition of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Correct.
How do you feel about this grim, gritty trailer being soundtracked by the sad bit of the Shrek movie? How do you feel about that? Does Zack Snyder know? Is he aware of this?
That's a great question. Look, I'll be honest. Initially, when I heard the song, I'm like, why are we doing this again? Why are we doing this again? But as the trailer went on, I'm like, no, this fits. Totally, this fits.
Do you think thematically it's like, hallelujah, Zack Snyder is bringing us the second coming we need?
It's entirely possible, yeah. This looks like, I know some people seem to think otherwise, but a completely different movie.
You're saying that? Okay.
Yes. I mean, obviously there are elements that we recognize in villains and characters, but tonally, completely different
that's true, yeah.
yeah. The color palette is not a nightmare.
I'm surprised by that. I thought it'd be more brown and grey.
I just meant the color palette was different in terms of it looks different than the last version of the Justice League.
Yes, that's true.
Which was a nightmare to look at.
Mostly red.
Yeah.
Mostly red.
Mostly red. So they also revealed that this is going to come out in 2021 and it's going to be broken into 4 1-hour parts for HBO Max. I'm really genuinely excited for this. Even if it's not good, because I know some people are like, well, it's just going to be as crap as the other ones, because not everybody likes those movies. So I hate to break it to people who love them, which is okay, because opinions are like eggs, and everybody has some eggs in the fridge. And if you want some breakfast, eggs are an option, but you can have them for dinner.
What about lunch?
No.
What? What am I going to do with all these eggs?
Throw them out.
Oh my God.
I am genuinely curious to see how this is going to turn out for good or ill.
Yeah. Is it going to be a delicious pile of scrambled eggs?
But not for lunch.
No.
So we also get some more villain reveals.
Yep,
some we've seen before, some we haven't, all that look different.
This opens with our first sort of real animated look at Darkseid.
I'm not a huge fan of the design. That's one of the only things.
That's the thing. I sort of got the impression that from Zack Snyder and various behind the scenes reports that his versions of Darkseid and Steppenwolf and Desaad were going to be kind of like these sort of unknowable forces of deep darkness and horror and stuff. But they're just Darkseid does kind of look like a big grey man, doesn't he?
Well, that's it. But that being said, I think the other two, Steppenwolf is a big improvement.
Yes.
And Desaad also kind of looks sinister and creepy and also in line with some of the stuff that he's done before in these movies.
That's what you want.
It's not the villain from the last Justice League we saw, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a big improvement on that.
They look less like PS2 villains, sure.
Yes.
PS2 cutscene villains.
Yeah, and obviously that also...
Darkseid does look a lot like Kratos, though.
Yeah, just a little bit. But I think also a lot of that comes down to that there is time and money put into this.
Yeah.
As opposed to the last version where it was just like, how can we fix/ruin this as quickly and cheaply as possible? So a bit of the other reveals that happened in this, they hinted at the Flash doing some time traveling.
And we do also get a little moment of the Flash saving a life before he becomes the Flash. I think he saves a woman.
That's Iris West.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, some of this footage was leaked way back.
Yeah, right.
This is one of the things that was cut. I think they've kind of serioused up the Flash a little bit from what I can tell from this as well. He's not just like, what's brunch? Can I have eggs? No.
You cannot. Lunch is out, brunch is out too. Also, you can't grab any boobs.
No
That's
boobs
right
grabbing. Yeah. It seems like we are going back to that future hellscape. And I wonder if the Flash is going to stumble into that and maybe see like an evil Superman, a Batman in a trench coat, Cyborg's head maybe, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
You know?
He's certainly going to see that ruined sort of arch of the Justice League headquarters and be like, wouldn't even have time to set that up. My goodness.
So Zack Snyder also said that Cyborg is the heart of this movie, and he's mentioned this before, and we definitely get a lot more of that in this trailer.
Yeah, we get the removed Victor Stone sort of football hero clip. We get a scene where his father, who seems to be possessed by something evil, shoots a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids laser beam at a mother box.
And explodes?
Yep, he does that.
I wonder whether he's doing that as some kind of self-sacrifice thing, as opposed to like,
maybe,
I'm not going to open this mother box. I'd rather be obliterated.
That's right.
Zack Snyder loves a dude getting obliterated.
Boy, does he. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But I think maybe they're going to flesh out that relationship a little bit more than they did in the last movie, where he just went, I'm a robot and I don't like being a robot. And his dad's like, well, shut up.
Yeah, tough luck. Some people are robots and some people aren't robots, son.
There also seems to be a bit where Cyborg is kind of digging in the earth with his hands, and I wonder whether he's going to dig up Superman.
That might be it. I mean, we did get the definitive iconic digging up Superman scene in the last version of Justice League, but sure, take another crack at it if you want, Zack Snyder.
Obviously, that was obviously a reshoot.
Yeah, it was.
So
yeah,
I think it would be a more horrific moment if it's like in the rain and it's a robot digging in the dirt.
And also, the last version of it did lead to the question: if the Flash is digging up a body, why not do it faster?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're on the clock here. But in this one, it seems to suggest that perhaps the Flash is in the future doing some future stuff. And so Cyborg's got to do it on his own.
Yeah, absolutely. We also see a moment where it looks like he's kind of struggling with the use of his body. This is a Cyborg heavy bloody video, mate. You're not going to believe it.
Yeah.
But I wonder whether they're actually going to use the implication in the last version of this that Cyborg being built from a mother box means that the bad guys then have some influence over him.
Yeah, that's right.
As a result of that, which would make sense because in the last movie, Aquaman's like, what if this guy's a bad guy? And he's like, well, I'm not.
Yeah.
The other thing we see is more of the black suit Superman.
We do, it's true.
Now, I don't know if you know this, Mason, but Superman is a comic book character, but also they've actually recolored the footage that they had. So initially it wasn't necessarily going to be this way. Or maybe Zack Snyder always planned to change it in post, but yeah, this has been redone to give it that black suit.
Yes, this was a regular Superman suit beforehand.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the suits, speaking of suits, the suits at WB were like, we're not going to let you put a black Superman suit in this movie. Superman's all about the red, white, and blue. I tell you what. And he's like, well, I don't play by those rules because I'm Dawn of the Dead's Zack Snyder.
And they said, you're fired probably. And he said, I'll be back. Yep. And he was.
That's right.
Because of a massive fan campaign.
True story.
What I also noticed about every time Superman showed up in this, for one, no mullet, which look, it's been...
There's still time to fix it in post.
Yes, that's true. But I don't think we're going to be getting it. But first of all, I like the inclusion of the black suit Superman because that is obviously from Death of Superman. But also, it's way less distracting seeing Superman without the weird CGI face, which they did. It was noticeable to me how much I'm like, oh, this looks good because his face isn't a nightmare.
Yeah, he can convey some actual human emotions with that. That's what we want from a Superman.
That's right.
Convey actual human emotions, cool black suit. That's it.
Eggs.
I mean, not for lunch.
No, not for lunch.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to be getting some more Lois Lane, Martha Kent stuff. They're hugging in a cornfield as well at one point.
That's right. Everybody's getting a hug in a cornfield. It's so good.
Should get a hug in a cornfield.
Super hug.
Yeah. We also get that hologram of Superman, which we also got a glimpse at in one of the trailers from like 4 years ago.
Yeah, just a little bit of the wavy cape we got in that previous trailer. Yeah.
But now we definitively see what that is. What's also interesting about this is, and I'm sure people already know this, that there are going to be no reshoots for this, but all of the footage from this is taken from the stuff that Zack Snyder shot. Not a single second of the Joss Whedon cut is going to be in this movie.
Fascinating.
At all. He was asked specifically, are you putting in the line, do you bleed? When Superman asked that to Batman, he's like, no, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to be putting that in.
Okay, is he going to put in what I demand this movie? Speaking of Cyborg and his personal character arc, are they going to put back in Cyborg saying his iconic line, you should probably move?
You should probably move.
Funny you should say that, Mason, because we do get a hint at that.
I already knew we did. Yeah, that's right. Things are looking up in Justice League land, I tell you what.
They certainly are. So that's exciting to see. But look, I'm really interested to see how this turns out, genuinely.
Me too, yeah.
I really like the little speech Batman does at the end. Speaking of, Ben Affleck looks great as Batman.
I agree.
The difference between the reshoots of him and when he was kind of seemed to be in good health.
Focused.
The wig's like glued on properly.
That's right.
He looks so much better than for what he did for the majority of Justice League. And it's really good to see. And he's also doing much better now in real life, which is good. And I wonder if this is going to become the definitive version of Justice League. Because Snyder has said that, oh, look, this exists in like a separate timeline. But I think there's a very good chance that even if this is slightly better, Warner Brothers is just going to be like, the other one doesn't count. This is the timeline.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, we live in an age where big blockbusters are on at the movies, but we also consume a lot of media at home, and those two things can cross over and intersect. And I'm sure they might just go, well, everybody saw the new version of Justice League, so if we're going to do a Justice League sequel, we'll base it on that.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is, they also mentioned in the Flash panel that the Flash is going to open up the multiverse. So they could just be like, no, this is the one. I mean, they'll turn to the camera and say this is the one.
This is the one. Yeah. They'll show a TV with HBO Max on it, be like, this is
4 hours.
This is the stuff for this one.
But also, of course, we did get the news that Ben Affleck is returning as Batman in the Flash. I know they've said that kind of this is the last time we'll see him. But if he's feeling better about it, if this is well received, if The Flash is well received. I know we're also getting another Batman movie. I mean, I wouldn't rule out seeing him again down the line.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we could have, if DC's near future stuff is all successful, we might see a kind of a more grounded Batman in Robert Pattinson and also a sort of a crazy cosmic adventure Batman in...
Michael Keaton.
Exactly, in Michael Keaton, but also in Ben Affleck.
Yeah, and I like the idea of that. I think DC are really leaning into the idea of different universes. I mean, even without saying, there's a multiverse and there's different timelines and futures. We got, Joker and Birds of Prey, and there's 2 versions of the Suicide Squad that might be sequels. They might be connected, they might not. We don't really know, but I think that's really cool that they're leading into this, like the comics. There's different versions of everybody. There's different things happening all the time.
People get it.
People get it. Well, some people get it.
Most
people get it.
Some people will never get it.
No,
you know who
true.
I'm talking about.
You talking about me?
Yeah, the viewers know who I'm talking about. Yeah.
Let me know now down below if you think I get it. I obviously do, but just yes or no.
Yes or no. He gets it or he doesn't get it. But also, you guys know. You guys know.
But also what I was going to say, I like that line at the end where the Flash is worried that these guys have ruined worlds before, worlds like far greater than Earth's, and they had their own superheroes. And Batman's like, yeah, but fuck those guys because, we're a team and they've never dealt with us together.
Yeah, maybe they destroyed Mars, but Mars was protected by losers. And then a little shot of Martian Manhunter going, oh.
Speaking of, we're probably going to get him.
Yeah, didn't see him in the trailer though, which is interesting. Maybe they're saving that for the final trailer.
Yeah, they might be, yeah.
Or the actual thing we watch.
Yeah.
On HBO Max.
How do you feel about 4 hours of it, though? I like it.
Yeah, it seems
manageable.
manageable.
It might feel a little bit stretched at points, but sure, whatever.
Yeah.
If it's an hour a week, I could do that.
Sure.
What else am I doing?
Nothing.
Nothing ever. Also, if you are worried about, if you're not in the US or somewhere that gets HBO Max, there is going to be an international distribution plan. So wherever you are in the world, there should be a version of this available for you to purchase, which I also encourage people to do rather than piracy, because if you want to see movies, you should pay for some of the movies you get.
This is very smart on Warner Brothers' part, making it available.
To pay for people to pay
so
for.
So people can watch it, yes.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, you say that, but...
This guy gets it.
But you say that, but there's times when, say, like the Harley Quinn series, where is it available in different countries? Like one of the seasons is available here on one of the streaming services.
That's true,
it's a nightmare.
It is.
So just to be able to say, you can get this wherever you are, I think that's really great. Anyways, will this be good? I hope so. I genuinely hope so.
I hope so as well, yeah.
I'll take even slightly better than Justice League, the other one. I'll take it.
Not hard.
Yeah. But also, of course, we've got other videos from the DC Fandom. We've got one on the Batman. We've got one on the Suicide Squad game. We've got one on the Suicide Squad movie, don't we?
Yes.
And also, we have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows, where we're going to go through every panel in a bit more depth.
Excruciating depth.
You'll hate it.
Oh my God, you're going to hate it so much.
But that is linked below if you do want to check it out. But we really appreciate you stopping by for this.
Thank you.
Have a great time.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you on the next video.
That's right. Not for lunch. No eggs for lunch. I swear to God, if anyone has eggs for lunch, Mason, I'm not going to, I don't know.
Good through line for this video. I think people really appreciate it. I think people, big fans of Zack Snyder are here for egg talk.
Some people don't like it though, I think. We'll find out.
We will find out. That's true.